Let me guess, you've got the website, the social media handles, but something is still missing, right? I can tell you what is missing. It's your visuals, primarily brand photography. Yep, those gorgeous scroll-stopping photos that make people go, ooh, I need to check this out. Or, I need to learn more about this person and what they're about, is the key item that would make people want to learn more about you. In today's video, we are going to be diving into why brand photography is a secret sauce to your business needs and how to prep for a photo shoot that will make your brand look like $1,000,000 without spending that much. If you're new here, hi, my name is Janelle. I'm a brand photographer and brand strategist for creative entrepreneurs. So let's go ahead and get started on making your brand look as amazing as you know it is. Let's get started by learning more about what brand photography is. Brand photography is a collection of professional images that represent your business visually. These could include photos of your products, team members, workspace, or anything else that embodies your brand. Now, the purpose of brand photography is to visually communicate your brand story, the values and personality in a way that resonates with your audience. It's more than just pretty pictures. It's about creating a visual identity that people can connect with and remember. Now, let's talk about the importance of marketing and brand photos. It enhances brand recognition. Consistent high-quality visuals make your brand instantly recognizable, whether it's on your website, your social media, or even marketing materials. Think of brand photography as the visual glue that holds all of your branding efforts together. Professional photography signals that your brand is serious, trustworthy, and worth paying attention to. It can be the difference between a potential customer choosing you or going towards one of your competitors. The next thing it does, it helps differentiate your brand. In a crowded marketplace, unique brand photography helps you stand out. While others might rely on stock photos, your custom imagery can reflect your brand's aesthetic, your specific vibe, and making it more memorable and distinct. It also helps support brand consistency. When all your visuals align with your brand's identity, the colors, the tone, the style, it helps create a seamless experience for your audience. Consistency builds familiarity, and familiarity breeds loyalty. Always remember that. Over time, the customers will start to associate your visuals with your brand identity, and they can in turn be a returning client. It also helps drive engagement and results. High quality visuals are more likely to catch the eye, be shared, and drive engagement. So whether it's a social media post or an ad campaign, great photography can boost your performance and ROI. People are naturally drawn to visually appealing content, and investing in brand photography ensures that you're putting in your best foot forward. Okay, so now that we have a full understanding of why it's important to have brand photography, let's go into how to prepare for a brand photo shoot. One of the main things that I always have my clients do is to define your brand's visual identity. So you're always going to want to help identify the key elements of your brand's personality, the values, and target audience. If you're on the fence on how to find who your target audience is, I do have a video that helps explain how to find your target audience and the nuances on how to get your messaging to attract your target audience to encourage them to purchase from you in the future. So if you're not sure how to find your target audience, click the link below so you can check out that video. But in the meantime, you're gonna wanna understand the nuances of your target audience. Are they young? Are they old? Are they college-bound students? Or do they love music? Do they hang out in cities? Are they in rural areas of the country? Do they love vibrant colors, or do they love muted, neutral tones? These are all characteristics of what your target audience may or may not like and who you are essentially trying to attract. So for your brand's personality, the people that you're attracting, are they bubbly? Do they love to talk as if they're talking with their girlfriends, or are they mellow? Is your brand a mellow brand where it's like cool, calm, collected, no need for excitement? You know what I mean? Understanding your brand's personality would understand who your target audience is. So if your brand's personality is a bubbly personality, automatically you're gonna think bright, beautiful colors to attract your target audience, right? Because it's a bubbly brand. But if it's a mellow personality brand, you're probably going to think of brand colors are more neutral, black, grays, tans, to help meet where your target audiences are. It's a good thing to help identify some key elements, because those imagery and those colors could also tie into the vibe and colors of your photo shoot. The next thing I also have my clients do is to create a mood board to help create visual cues or visual references of what they like within photographs that inspire them. So whether it be Pinterest or any other application that helps me put together imagery to help understand my client's vibe that they are wanting to portray within their photo shoot, I would definitely utilize it. But if not, you as a client can help put together a mood board to share with your photographer so that you both could be on the same page in terms of how you want these visual references to be reflected in your brand photo shoot. The next thing you want to do is to decide on the color scheme, props, and locations that align with your brand as well. So if you want to give off a clean aesthetic vibe, you may want to find a studio or an outdoor area that has very minimal characteristics to it that allows your brand to shine. If you're more of an eclectic type of business, you may want to find an area that is very eclectic itself. So that way you can really hone in on what makes you different. And that way, when other people see your images, they know, oh, this is a vibe for me. I love this vibe. This is something I absolutely love and adore. Let me learn more. The next thing you want to do is to plan your content needs. So you should be able to list a specific type of images that you need, such as product shots, lifestyle images, and team photos. As a photographer, I like to get an understanding as to how many people are going to be involved in this shoot. Is it just you? Do you have a team? And one of the things I also love to do to give my clients an extra boost in their gallery is to mix the two. So one, you have brand photography, which is the standard headshot, business type of photography. And then you have more of the lifestyle. The lifestyle shows the different side of you. So for example, if you are a graphic designer, we all know graphic designers stay behind a computer. They are kind of behind the screen. Now that's great and all, but what I always love to do as a strategist is for other people to see your personality and not just what you do. You want to show what you can do outside of your profession. So if you are a graphic designer, not only do you show things that you have produced for your clients and the amazing work that you do for them, you also want to be able to show a little bit about you. What makes you special as a person? People want to know how they can relate to you. So whether that be you love coffee, you love to draw on your free time, you love to color on your free time, you love to go running, you're a fitness buff, you love to be in the gym, or you love flowers. You like to put together floral arrangements on every weekend so that it can last throughout the week and you can have fresh flowers in your house. Whatever the case is, whatever makes you different, I love to highlight that part in the lifestyle section. So whether you are a photographer and you're not sure if you should include a lifestyle, definitely include a lifestyle section within your sessions. That way your client has a variety of straight professional as well as fun lifestyle. But for you who are looking for tips on how to maximize your brand photo shoot, definitely ask your photographer if you could have a lifestyle portion to your session. That way you have a lot of imagery to go through and that you could utilize both and not just one. So the next thing you want to do is to determine where you want these photos to be used. This is a question I always ask my clients. How are you utilizing these photos that you're investing in? So once you get these photos back, you have to ask yourself, what is the game plan for these photos? You don't want it to just sit on your hard drive. All the investment, the planning, and the strategizing that you have just done for these photos to just sit on your hard drive? No, ma'am. We're not doing that in 2024, okay? We are not doing that to our brand and to our business. You invested too much time and energy in executing these photos. These photos need to be seen, okay? Okay. So One of the things that you could definitely use these photos for, of course, social media posts. Those are the quickest way for these photos to be seen. Now, if you're a podcast host, definitely utilize them in your Facebook, of course, is a natural thing that we have always used. Facebook pages, of course, Instagram, TikTok covers. But outside of social media, use them for your own collateral. And this is something I always stress to my clients. Utilize them in your own collateral. So the websites that you own, the newsletters that you own, and ads. If you're marketing for yourself, definitely use them within your ads. If you are a speaker, any marketing boards that you have that shows that you're speaking at a panel or the event that you're speaking at, or if you're just using it for your standard brand and business. So don't be afraid to use these photos outside of just the social media. It's very easy to get caught up in a photo shoot, right? Like, oh, I just need these photos and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. But then when you get the photos back, it's like, well, I really wish I really focused on the product that I'm selling and not myself, or I wanted to show and demonstrate in the photo what I do and help a client. You have to really think it through, and your photographer is able to help you as well too. Think it through on how you really want these photos to be executed. You could have a little bit of everything in that photo shoot, but if you're not thinking about how you want to use these photos, you would definitely miss out on the goal and the objective of the photo shoot in the first place. So be sure to set clear goals on what you want these photos to achieve now and in the future. So the next thing I highly encourage you to do is to choose the right photographer. In the age of social media, you are able to see, without doing much research, who the photographer is on certain images. It's pretty clear as day. So if it's not the photographer posting their work, most likely it's a client that had worked with a photographer that may tag them in the captions, or even if you DM them asking them, hey, I'm looking for a referral for a photographer, they're willing to share that information out the gate. They're willing to share that information out the gate. You have to look and do your own research on the photographer, on the photos that you are looking to have of yourself, how they edit their photos, how they work with clients, look at their reviews, do your due diligence and research. Because the worst thing that you want to do is to hire a photographer and then have them edit in a way that is not what they do. Please don't do that. The photographers all edit their photos in a certain way. They work with their clients in a certain way. They conversate and plan with their clients in a certain way. So you as a potential client need to research, is this photographer working with me? Do they have great ideas? Are they easy to work with? Are their images in line of how I hope my images to look like? Do they edit in a way that I love? Doing that research would help you determine whether or not you should book with them in the first place. So I highly encourage you to research photographers who specialize in brand photography and match your style. In addition, review their portfolio to ensure that they can capture your brand's essence. And in addition to that, communicate your vision and expectations clearly with the photographer. Because the worst thing is that you spent all this time in planning and executing for your photos, and then to be underwhelmed and disappointed when you do get the delivery of those photos. So to avoid the heartache and disappointment of getting those photos back, be sure to keep a clear, open line of communication so that you can continuously talk about your vision and expectations with the photographer, so that you are excited to see those photos. You are excited to see how they came out at the end of the day. Next thing you want to do is prepare your team and product. So you want to ensure everyone that is involved in this photo shoot understands the brand's vision and the photo shoot's goals. Because the last thing that you want is to have people running late, people that are not happy to be there, and then people not meeting the vibe of what you hope the photo shoot to be. So you want to ensure everybody that is there understands the mission and the vision of the photo shoot, so that we can all have our A game up and that you guys are ready to go. You're also going to want to help coordinate outfits, props, and settings to maintain the brand consistency. The last thing you want is a neutral colored brand for your business, and then everybody, and including yourself, be popping out with bright blue shirts and colors that just don't match your brand as a whole. So you want to ensure the outfits that you coordinate or plan for this photo shoot or the props that you utilize is in line with your brand vision and consistency. And this also goes without saying so much that you're going to want to prepare products or services to be photographed to ensure that they look their best. So if you have something that is very shiny, you're going to want to make sure it's polished before it gets photographed. If you are a clothing brand and you want to show off some of the clothing on your models or even on hangers, you're going to want to make sure that they're ironed to the T so that it is photographed in their best light. And the next thing you want to do is to finalize the logistics. So you want to confirm the shoot, the date, the time, and location to make sure everything aligns with your brand's needs. In addition, you want to arrange any additional equipment or personnel that is required to be there to ensure that they are there on time and as scheduled. So for example, if you're working with a stylist or a makeup artist and you want to ensure that they are there to touch up on your makeup or to change out your outfit in between the shoot, you're going to want to make sure that they have that expectation, one, ahead of time, and two, you're going to want to make sure that you allot enough time to ensure that the changes that are being made to either your makeup or your styling is enough time for you to be within that location for shooting. The last thing you want to do is to get a late charge for going over time at a location when you didn't allot the proper time to accommodate your stylist and makeup artist. So just keep that in the back of your mind that even though the photographer could shoot for 2 hours, does your location have the time available to accommodate all the changes that you want to do within your own photo session? So to help make things go a little bit more streamlined, you may want to create a detailed schedule to ensure that the shots that you want run smoothly and efficiently. So that way you could share that same shot list, or you could share that same schedule with your makeup artist, your stylist, your photographer, your location host that may be allowing you to go and shoot at their location. That way you could see the time that you arrive, the time that you're shooting the first part of your session, wardrobe changes, makeup changes, to ensure that we are staying on time, on schedule, so that you're not having to get any potential late charges for being at a location longer than you need to. Overall, brand photography is a thing that all business owner needs. It's a powerful tool to have within your arsenal that could significantly impact how you look within your own industry, as well as your own brand success. So even though we are in a day and age where video is the primary thing that people are focusing on, brand photography is just as important, because you do need it for your website, you do need it for your marketing collateral, you do need it for your poster boards, you do need it for speaking engagements, you do need it for a lot of other things. So it's something that you should definitely look into. So if you are on the fence about whether or not you need to do brand photography, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you do. And I'm gonna put in a shameless plug, because you know, it is what it is. As a brand photographer, I am located in Florida, but I do travel to different states and countries to do photo shoots with clients. So if you're on the fence, you check out my work, you love my work, and you want to talk more about how I can help you build your brand and business visually and strategically, go ahead and fill out the form below. Or if you need assistance in planning your photo shoot from a photographer's perspective, you could also schedule some time to talk with me as well, so that we could go ahead and get started. Investing in professional brand photography is essential to creating a memorable and trustworthy brand image. All right, guys, and until next time, happy creating.